Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The-Hex-Files. I have a very special guest with me today. It's Sally. So yes, Sully will be joining me on this very special episode that I have for you guys. And today we're outside at the lake because it's a beautiful day, so we're excited to get this episode started. So in this video, I would like to go into more detail about what exactly the law of attraction is, because I know there's a lot of videos out there talking about law of attraction and they all kind of say various things, but no one really clarifies what exactly law of attraction is. And if you guys have seen the movie The Secret, I thought it was kind of poorly done, but it's kind of a general understanding of what law of attraction is. So it's one of the 12 universal laws of the universe. And what it basically implies is like attracts like. So if you're a very positive person, you're going to attract very positive circumstances. If you're a very negative person, you're going to attract negative circumstances. And you just have to focus on what you want to attract, because whatever you believe, you think, is what you're going to attract. So, for example, a big one, a lot of people have the idea of attracting money. So if you want to attract, say, the lottery, you can believe that you're going to win the lottery. That's a big thing. You have to believe in what you want, but you also have to take action. And a lot of people, they believe, oh, hey, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. But it's the action part that is what really distinguishes whether or not you're going to manifest it, because that's part of law of attraction. So, for example, if I want to win the lottery, obviously I have to play the lottery to win. I can't just say I want to win the lottery and then just not go out and buy a ticket. It's not going to happen. So it's the idea, I'm going to win the lottery, but it's also the action, I'm going to go purchase a ticket, is what allows the manifestation to occur. And another example is if you want to, say, start a business and you want to be the best chef in the world, right? But right now you probably don't have the skills to cook very well. That's fine, but by putting it out there that you want to be a top chef, running your own business, your own restaurant, the thing is when you do put out that intention that that's what you want to manifest, the universe is going to start lining up opportunities for that to happen. And when you're open to the idea of these opportunities, you'll start noticing them more frequently. So you'll see a flyer saying, hey, cooking classes, enroll now. There's maybe a friend might recommend, hey, come join me on this cooking course that I'm doing. Or somebody wants to show you a recipe that they like to cook. There's going to be paths that are going to illuminate for you to be able to go down those roads leading you to the manifestation that you want. A big thing is people don't realize is the universe is always giving us opportunities and opening doors for us. And it might seem very subtle. It might be just you see someone else with the manifestation that you've always wanted. The universe is showing you it's achievable. Somebody else has it, which means you can also have it. The biggest thing is you have to believe that you can achieve it, and you have to take action. Even if it's a small step. Small steps equal bigger steps later on. So when you just start your journey and start taking those steps, you're going to see really cool results, because a few manifestations that I've done is a big one is I used to have an issue with money, right? Like most people, you go out and buy a bunch of things that you probably shouldn't have bought. So I started to be more conscious about that. But biggest thing is to get myself out of that lack is I started to believe money's not an issue for me anymore. That I have money coming to me easily and consistently. And over time, I just started acting as if that was true. And I started noticing that my bank account started going up, up, and up. I started having savings, set money aside, and I was no longer struggling to pay bills. And that was a huge thing that really got me interested in the law of attraction, is because you have to put it out there to the universe that this is what I want. I want to be financially free. I want to not worry about money anymore. I want to attract a partner. When you put it out there, that's a ripple in the universe. That ripple will come back to you when you match up with that energy. Because, like I said, like attracts like. So if I want to have the perfect partner, I have to be the perfect partner. If I want to have the money, I have to be better with my money. So when you start aligning with what you want, the universe is going to bring those opportunities to you. You're not going to have to go searching for them. You're not going to be like, okay, what's my next step? The universe is going to reveal that to you effortlessly. And that's the magic of it, is that you don't have to go searching for the path. When you align with what you want and you align with that energy, the universe is going to bring the path to you. But at that point, when that happens, it's up to you to take that step onto that path and move towards what you want. If you just sit around and expect it to come right to you, that's not how the law of attraction works, unfortunately. Because otherwise we'd be manifesting a lot of things and then realize, hey, this isn't really what I want. So a good thing, what I like to do when I was first researching law of attraction, is I started listening to a lot of YouTube videos on these people in these fields where they actually have manifested a lot of things in their life, and they go into more detail describing how this works, techniques you can use, and to really switch your mindset on that this is possible. Because again, going from, a mundane life to manifesting anything in the universe that you want is going to be a real big shift. So you really have to believe in that it's possible. And a lot of times we're kind of logical minded. So we think, oh, this is just fairy tale. Like, this isn't possible. I have to go out there and work hard. Yeah, you do have to work hard, but you have to decide what you want first. And then when the path illuminates for you, then you can actually go out and put in the effort, which will in the end pay off. A big thing that I learned from watching Esther Hicks, I recommend her. I listen to her all the time. Very uplifting. And what she does is she actually channels a higher dimensional consciousness that brings enlightenment on how to manifest what we want. And she calls this higher intelligence Abraham. But I really enjoy listening to her videos because she goes into detail talking about how everything that we want, manifestation, circumstances, partners, and material object, no matter what it is, the only reason we want it is because we believe in having of it that we will be happy. And there's that old saying, money doesn't buy happiness. And the reason that's true is because happiness comes from within. It's not something external that's going to make you happy. It's you that's going to make you happy. It's your mindset. Even when things look down or things are going wrong in your life, there's always things that are going right. For most of the time, we tend to focus on things going wrong in our life and not so much the things that are going right in our life. And when you shift your focus to the good things going on in your life, you'll start to notice more good things are coming to you. And the reason that is because it's the law of attraction. That's how it works, is what you focus on grows. it gets bigger, and you start attracting more like it. So if you've ever noticed, if you had like a bad day, and something happens and just really upsets you or annoys you, you start to notice more and more things throughout the day start to annoy you and upset you and make it even a worse day. The reason is because you're attracting that to yourself. You're saying, I'm having a bad day. So you're manifesting having a bad day. What I like to do is when something happens that upsets me or I don't really like, I always just take a deep breath and let it go. Because you don't need to focus on something that inconvenienced you or something you didn't like, because you're giving it power. When you switch to something that, hey, this really cool thing happened to me today, I really want to continue to focus on that, you start to put that positivity out there, that energy, which manifests more like it. And that's how the law of attraction works, is you have to focus on things you want to manifest, not things you don't want, because you're going to start manifesting things you don't want. And that's part of the problem, is when you do that, you're going to manifest things that you don't like. So don't do that. Another person I recommend looking into is Bob Proctor. He actually has a lot of good videos talking about how shifting your paradigm is paramount for you to manifest more easily and effortlessly, because we're kind of programmed to think the same way every single day, and we don't really challenge those beliefs or thoughts that we have. So that's why we continue to manifest the same things over and over every single day. And when you realize that you're doing that, you have the potential to shift it and start manifesting new things, new exciting things, positive things, things that you always wanted to experience or happen in your life. Things will start popping up in your life, opportunities, people, events, and it's going to be really small. Like I said earlier, the universe is going to just throw out little invitations to get you towards where you want to go. And it's up to you to take those leaps of faith to see where that path leads you. And again, it's a matter of keeping your focus on exactly what you want, but also taking the necessary actions to make sure that you keep going down that path. Even if something comes up that kind of throws you off the path a little bit, that's fine. It's going to happen. Life's going to happen like that. But as long as you stay focused and get back on the path and keep going and don't give up, that's what truly matters. And that's what's going to pay off. Just like going to the gym, you're going to have your rest days. You're going to have your days where you're recovering because you might have injured yourself, like I've done a few times. But as long as you force yourself to go back to the gym, you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep moving towards your dream and being able to achieve the thing you've always wanted to achieve, because it's not going to happen overnight. Everything that's worth having takes time. And I would say just keep a positive mindset no matter what's going on in your life, and just keep moving down that path, because eventually you're going to hit your manifestation. And what I like to think of it too is, the bigger the manifestation, maybe the longer it's going to take. It depends. Like I said earlier in the previous example, if you don't know how to cook, you're not going to be an overnight sensation chef. So it's going to take some time to learn how to cook properly and cook really good meals. So that's why I said, like, the bigger the manifestation, maybe the longer it takes you. But don't let that discourage you from shooting big, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to create. We're here to manifest a great life, enjoy life, have an abundant life, and just do anything that we've always wanted to do. We're not here to just go to work and have a boring life. We're here to create and experience wonderful things. Another big thing that I learned with law of attraction is you have to believe that it's going to happen. Because if you think like, oh, hey, I want to manifest this, but I'm not 100% sure I can, or I don't know if this is real, or I want to manifest this, but I don't know anyone who's been able to manifest that, or it seems kind of hard. What I like about Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham, is she makes fun of that. She always says, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I want to manifest this, but I don't think I can. Or, hey, I want to manifest this, but I don't think it's possible. Or I don't know anybody who's been able to manifest that. What you're doing is you're giving yourself power, but then you turn around and taking it back. So you got to stop doing that. And you just have to say, I can do it. Just like we talked about before, your mind's very powerful. If you set your mind to something, you're going to be able to do that. And if you tell yourself you can't do something, you're not going to be able to do it. So you just have to be careful what you say to yourself, how you talk to yourself. If you say that you're capable of doing something, you're going to be capable. So that's how you need to talk to yourself. Whether you, deep down, you're not too sure if you believe it, the more you tell yourself that, the more you're going to believe it, the more that's going to become real, and the more powerful it becomes. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to manifest things without even really trying as hard. I've noticed that. I manifest little things here and there. I'm not going to tell you all of them, but one of the ones that I like to do is when I'm driving and I come up to a red light, I always say, the light's going to turn green before I get to the crosswalk. And as I'm driving up to the red light, it turns green and I coast right through. I don't have to stop. And I've been practicing that for a while. It sounds kind of funny, but it's small manifestations like that that will be stepping stones for bigger manifestations. So if you want to try it out, like I said earlier, you have to believe that it's going to happen. You can't just say, oh, the light's going to turn green, and then be like, it's not going to happen, or this is stupid. Because in the beginning, I'll admit, I kind of did that. I didn't fully believe in it, so it wasn't manifesting. But when I started believing in it and like, hey, it's going to happen, it happened. And that's what you have to do with all of your manifestations. So I'm excited for you guys to try this out, and I would suggest looking into other spiritual teachers that are talking about law of attraction. There's a lot out there. That's why I wanted to do this video for you guys, to kind of help clarify some things and kind of give you a more down-to-earth explanation of it, because some of these teachers, when I've listened to them, I'm like, what? So there's a lot that goes into it. So definitely there's room for interpretation if you would like to get their perspectives on it. I just wanted to make it a little easier to understand, because there's, I don't know how many videos of law of attraction. If you do a YouTube search, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 1 million videos coming up. But the biggest thing I've learned through all of these teachings is that it's your belief and action that are the two critical components of manifesting with law of attraction. So when you believe something and then you take action, you're going to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. So be sure to focus on good things and manifesting good things. Don't focus on things that you don't want, because you're going to get it. But again, also shifting your paradigm, because we're kind of set to do the same thing over and over. So you really have to force yourself out of that comfort zone, out of those routines, out of those mindsets that I'm just going to do the same thing I did yesterday, and then wonder why nothing really changes or gets better in life. Is because you're not taking those steps to make it happen. So by learning this technique and learning how to utilize it to your benefit, you're going to start manifesting so much abundance, so many good things, new things, because that's what we want. We want to have new, exciting things in our life. We don't want to just live the same day over and over. I think I might have manifested that because like I was struggling getting this video just right today. So, okay. But the thing is like when you start to manifest, see, it went away. When you start to manifest good things, more and more good things are going to happen. So like I said, start small, because just like anything, you got to work up to the big stuff. Just like the gym, you're not going to go in there and start benching 300 pounds. You're going to have to start with 10 pounds. So start small. That's what I started with. I started with the traffic light turning green before I got to the light, and it started building up to bigger and bigger things. So You can be manifesting a lot of things at once, so don't just focus on one thing. Focus on a few things that you want to create in your life. Different experiences, like I said, do something small, do something big, something kind of medium size, another big thing, a few smaller things, and even things throughout the day. Because a few times, like, I'll just jokingly be like, oh, this is going to happen, or I want this to happen. And then it ends up happening. Like, it just becomes easier and easier the more you practice it. So I'm excited for you guys to get better and better at this. And it's a fun thing to do. And in the beginning, I didn't really tell people I was doing this because I kind of thought they would think I was weird, or being like, oh, you're just believing what you want to believe. And it's like, well, what's the difference in believing what I want to believe or believe what somebody else wants to believe? Like, believe whatever you want to believe. So I decided to choose my own beliefs and manifest things that I wanted to manifest. And I have. So I'm excited because it's part of life. The magic of being in tune with the things that you want to create. Because when you start to become in tune with that energy that creates beautiful things, you're going to have so many beautiful things in your life. So I'm really excited for you guys to try this out. Let me know how it goes in the comments. And if you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. But like I said earlier, I recommend looking up Esther Hicks and also Bob Proctor. Those are two really good teachers on the law of attraction. There is another one, Dr. Espinoza. I think that's how you say it. He's actually really good too. He has a lot of scientific backing on the law of attraction and, how it works. So he has some interesting videos. I would look him up as well. But in the meantime, good luck on this. Manifest phenomenal things because you absolutely deserve it. And I hope you guys have the best manifestations that you can possibly imagine, because this life is full of magic. And once you tap into it and start manifesting magical things, like, I just can't stress enough how cool that is. Like, I get excited. But today I still have crystals. I'm mobile right now, but I still have crystals to show you guys. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I have my golden obsidian bracelet. It's really pretty. It has a golden shine to like a black surface, like a black glossy surface. I really love it. This one's really good for amplifying manifestations and clarity on what you want. And then I also have my ring. I don't know if you can see it. It's citrine. And I got this one in Sedona. I love this one. And what it does is it also amplifies manifestations, but it also creates abundance. It's actually called the merchant stone because it attracts wealth and prosperity. So I really love this one, and it has a beautiful shine to it in the sunlight. I don't know if I can get it. Maybe. Oh, kind of right there. Cool. But so those are two really good crystals to have for manifestations and the law of attraction, like we're talking about. And like I said, the universe is waiting for us to create whatever we want to create. So I strongly recommend to step into your power and manifest beautiful things that you've always wanted to create, because you absolutely can. So from Sully and myself, we're wishing you guys a beautiful rest of your day, and be safe, and we appreciate you guys. Bye.